Okay, guys, me the Professor. Let's take a quick look at the tier list change meta of Puff. I had a couple other video ideas, but let's just finish this off because we're already up to Puff. The final character in my A tier, that just leaves obviously Marth, followed by Fox, and S tier, two S tier characters. This is all the way back to Genesis X2. This is, by the way, this year. This is this year. So we all saw HBox versus Triff. Now you could say like me, the only reason he won that tournament got by Cody and Zayn, and and then he got the easy matchup against Triff. But remember, he does beat Wizzy. Wizzy was on a little bit of a run here, by the way. I don't think this is a great Puff matchup. I don't think Puff's spread is as good as people think. Yes, I still think Puff is a hair better than Falco. I know that's very debatable, but I don't think Puff's spread is as good as we think. Captain Falco, people think that's a heavily favored Puff advantage. I don't think so. Puff obviously loses to Fox. I think Puff loses badly to Marth. I know people think that's even for some reason. I think that's the worst matchup in the game for Puff is Marth. There's some other weird ones for Puff, like in the mid-tier Samus, DK, mid-tier, mid-high tier Yoshi. I think Puff does beat Peach. Sheik is closer than we think too. Even Icy's not Puff does beat Icy's Pikachu. Pikachu Puff really beats up. That's not good either at all. We saw Axe, of course, switch to Fox recently. But the thing about Puff, guys, Puff is a lot easier to play in your hands. I've met top 100 players whose hands are messed up because they're Fox players. Really hitting those controller hard for years could really mess up your hands. I'm going to say the meta of Puff, by the way, is just a bracket. Just to highlight, I know this is a while ago, Genesis X2, but just to highlight, HBox could beat anybody. Even though I don't think Puff's spread is as good as we think, HBox could really beat anyone in the game. I don't think HBox could really beat Zayn anymore. I don't think it's even close. And HBox can't really beat Cody, because Cody has really almost maxed out Fox, was the best Fox player. HBox did mess up Mango a little bit, though. Mango tried to go Falco in that matchup. It didn't work perfectly. I do respect Mango going Falco in that matchup because I do think it's not as bad as we think in the current meta. But even that fight we just saw right there, I mean, HBox is down a game now. He's just going to pick back Dreamland. Puff has such a big advantage at Dreamland. I don't know why sometimes Puffs pick FD as their primary option. By the way, I think the meta of Puff is probably up. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be right here because Puff, wow, 11th. Puff was considered terrible. Or not terrible, but like B tier. Let's see, when does HBox arrive on the scene? HBox really starts winning. I think Mango had a Puff way back in the day. Wow, that's a huge jump. Puff 11th to 3rd. Puff 11th to 3rd from 2003 to 2004. Let's keep scrolling. My prediction was up. Wait, 2006 goes back down. Is that a joke tier list? 8th. Puff 7th. So Puff has really been a little volatile. It goes back up to 3rd, though, by 2010. It's more recently that people realized how good Puff is. 2015, Puff 4th. 5th. Actually, Puff's placements hasn't been quite as high as I thought, but starts out really low, then slowly goes up, goes back down a little bit, and of course, the most recent tier list, Puff is 3rd. Puff is 3rd in the 2022, 2021 tier list. In Melee Professor's tier list, I have Puff 3rd still to this day. I mean, I see the argument Falco over Puff. I don't see the Sheik over Puff argument anymore. I think that's nonsense. I think that's like a nonsense argument, especially with how bad J-Mook's been. Yes, Kudo's been on the rise, but SDJ's been on the rise too. So it's not like some people say, oh, HBox just has carried this character for years. By the way, there's nothing to this character. It's just a back air, guys. It's a grab. It's an up toss. It's way easier on your hand. The matchup at Dreamland is so good. Puff, I think, beats every single character game at Dreamland, even Marth. Even Fox, it's not a free win, but it's a big advantage. I know Puff sometimes like FOD or even Yoshi's Island or even FD, but like Dreamland is obviously the best stage. You could really just space out, use the clock against any character. All the pressure's on them. Your hands are fine. Your hands are fine, whereas the Fox players' hands are shot. It's really long-term. Like, it could really get to you long-term, this game. But Puff's like HBox. Sorry, I just sneezed there. Half sneeze, half cough. HBox is still the 3rd best player in the world. I don't think he's the GOAT. I don't think he's the greatest of all time. But consistently, I mean, he really just uses Puff. There's no, doesn't use anything else. Ness back in the day, like skill-wise, you could get much further with Puff than any other character. But the problem is, you're going to run into, once you get further into the meta of this game, you're obviously going to run into the really good Spaceys. And you're going to start running into some really good Marts. And even some really good Captain Falcons. I don't think this match appears as good as Jake, even though HBox is obviously going to pull this off. HBox is obviously going to pull this off. They win, I think, at FOD. Then win Game 5 at FOD. He's actually down a stock here at Dreamland. By the way, Captain Falcon's so deadly. I've been getting crushed by Captain Falcon. So they 4:37 on the clock. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment below. I've been going at it with some subscribers in the comments. Usually I just block people. So if anyone posts anything controversial, you just block it. And I've been going at people, actually making fun of the Foresight guys too. Great channel. I like to make fun of some of our competition too. I don't really watch the competition that much though. Wow, nice edge hog right there. Nice edge hog right there by HBox at this Dreamland stage. Make sure you guys subscribe. We're headed up to 1,000 subscribers. Stay tuned for our S tier. Stay tuned for our Fox and Marth tier change meta series. After that, just leave a comment below. I need some new video ideas. I really spaced out this tier list into like 30 videos. Hope everyone has a good weekend, good Saturday night. See you guys.